Oh, good evening, darlings, and a very warm welcome to Weary Wednesday Night Live. And I am weary and my legs hurt. I'm beyond knackered, darlings. I'm beyond knackered, but there we are. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live. I'm going to be with you, all being well, if I manage to stay awake, until midnight. And at the stroke of midnight, I shall bid you a cheery good night, sod off, inhale some curry, and sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep. And then I'm going to sleep some more. But before that happens, we've got an hour of community togetherness that I'm very excited about and very much looking forward to. And I can't wait to catch up with you. So let me know how your day's been. Of course, I need to know what you've been eating. We all need to know that, don't we? And I'll tell you a little bit about our day. Oh God, you're gonna have to. I think it's fair to say that I may not be at my sparkling best tonight, darlings. And my sparkling best isn't much bloody cop. So, yeah, good luck for the hour ahead. That's all I can say. I'm going to have a slurp of this and see if that helps. Cheers, your very good health. Thank you for your company over the last few days. Bottoms up, darlings. Oh, now then. Before I have a slurp of this, I must say a big thank you to Matron, who purchased this bottle of one of my favourite wines for me. Thank you, Matron, and cheers to you all. Oh, there we are. There we are. That's the good stuff, isn't it? Oh, I'm not going to make you suffer it. I'm going to work through it. Oh, actually, I'm not getting one. And this is the good stuff, and I'm not getting one. What's going on? Maybe I'm too tired. Let's have another go. No, it's not happening. Apparently, I'm not up for it tonight, darlings, but there we are. Right, let's dive into some comments, shall we? First cab off the rank is Steve Colg. Evening, Steve. Jimmy Mighty Quinn is here. Good evening, Boaty, and good evening, all, and a very good evening to you. The fabulous Peter P is in our midst. Good evening, Boaty and Pufflings. Lord Stiff Upper Lip is here. Casbar, possibly. Oh, and before I go on, I must say, should I say it now? Or, I was going to get through some comments before that. Oh, no, I'll tell you in a bit. Oh, Emma is here. Oh, hello. Delayed reaction. Now it's happening. Oh, there it is. It's just down here. Oh. Now then. Sometimes it's better when it comes a little bit later. You can enjoy the build up and anticipation, can't you? Oh, dear. The discombobulated cart burp is with us, the lovely Emma. Good evening, Bogsicles. My God. Oh, my dear. So tired, I can't bloody see straight. I'm home and horizontal, goes on Emma, and ready for a good boatying. Hope you've all had good hump days. And Emma goes on to say, I had a fab day comforting two terrified boys. Yeah, more on that later. Although there is video evidence, so yeah, I might have to tell the truth. Boaty doesn't like heights, asks, right, it sounds like it's just Barry. I think it might just be Barry tonight. He'll tell me if I'm wrong. And he's asking if I don't like heights. Well, I don't like heights when they're too high, and I'm in a bloody gondola that's stopped and is swaying about in a heavy wind. I'll tell you the full set. Well, I mean, I might as well tell you now, haven't I? Sorry, darlings, I'm going to need a puff. Right. The problem with those cable cars, I'll level with you. The problem was Little Lemon. He was the issue, right? Now, in the cable cars on the way up, he was a bit terrified, bless him. And he was freaking out a bit. And that meant that obviously, we had to be grown-ups about it. So Emma was cuddling him and whatnot. And he said, I need a pole to hold on to because he was in the middle. And he's kind of, so I became like a lap bar for him. I put my arm across his chest and said, right, you hold my arm. And he put his little hands on it, bless him. And I held my arm against his chest and said, right, there you go. You're safe now. Nothing can happen to you, sort of thing. So, so if I was having the collie wobbles, then, obviously you don't show it, do you? Although I did have, we weren't in there on our own. There were 6 of us in there, the 3 of us and another 3 sitting opposite us. And we had a little bit of a laugh and joke with them. Now, on the way down, darlings, I won't do a spoiler alert. I won't, just watch Emma's video. That's all I'll say. On the way down, Little Lemon, the little swine, was absolutely fine and dandy and blasé. He decided that he'd actually loved it on the way up, and he couldn't wait to go down, and he was having a wonderful time, wasn't he? He thoroughly enjoyed it. I, not so much. It sets off from that top station like greased weasel droppings. It takes off like a bloody Formula One car, takes you out over the longy drop over the valley bit, and then you stop and it holds you there. And you're swinging and swaying like that. And I've got nothing to distract me, have I? Because Emma was fine with it all the way up and all the way down, loving the views. Little Lemon was absolutely fine with it on the way down. Me, I've got my nose stuck into my phone, and this is actually on video. And Emma asked me something. I can't remember what it was. I'm just desperately trying not to look around me. And Emma asked me something, and I said, I don't know. I'm not here. I am sitting at my dining table, and I am looking at Facebook on my phone. I'm definitely not in a cable car. I'm definitely not with you guys. And I just kept my eyes glued to my bloody phone until we started moving again. As soon as we started moving, I was fine then, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it all the way down. But yeah, it's a bit freaky. And oh, okay. Thank you for that. And oddly enough, Samrat, my colleague at the restaurant, Samrat, when we were at Gulliver's yesterday, Tuesday, he was also in Matlock Bath with his wife, and they were on the cable cars, and he said exactly the same. He said, "Oh yeah, when it, oh God, yeah, when it stopped and you're swaying about like that, yeah, it's a bit." So there you go. I'm man enough to hold my hand up and say, yeah, I had a little bit of a moment. They're scary. They're bloody scary, I tell you. It's okay as long as you're moving, but when you stop, then it gets a bit dodgy. And they keep you stopped for too long as well. Oh dear. And the funny thing is, I've got an annual pass. So I'm going to have to keep going on them. Until they don't give me the willies anymore. But I'll talk more about today. But I mean, I can say that it was pretty fantastic up the top. And the restaurant, Trisha was right. The restaurant is lovely and not at all unreasonably priced for the quality of the food and whatnot. And the cafe looked really nice as well. And the cafe is half the price of the restaurant. So, I mean, it's been a fabulous day. It has been a fabulous day. Oh, I don't want to answer the phone. I was going to talk to you. Oh, dear. And I'm in the middle of a puff. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Mr. Parry, how the devil are you? You'll forgive me if
Did the little man nick your burger again?
No, did he bugger? In fact, I nicked some of his lunch. I got
So you got him back today?
Yeah, I had a few of his chips.
Did you all have a nice day anyway? Did you say you were scared witless?
I wasn't scared witless. I had a bit of a wobble. I wasn't, not scared witless. Anyway, it's bloody scary up there.
You were when it was still there, weren't you?
Look, you try it before you walk a mile in my
I don't think I would.
Hey?
I don't think I would try it.
Oh, it's worth it. It's worth that. It's worth that bit of a wobble. It's a hell of an experience.
What time did you all set off this morning and everything?
I worked out quite a cunning plan for this morning, and it just about worked out okay. We almost had a disaster in the afternoon, so we had a bit more of a relaxed morning. I picked them up at 11, and then I knew that there was no way I was going to be able to park in Matlock Bath. It was going to be like last week, and it was actually a lot busier today. So I thought, there's no way I'm going to park. And even if you could park, it was £6. But it wasn't going to happen. So what I did, cunning chap that I am, I drove us to Cromford Station, my favourite railway station in the world. And we parked there, and it was £1.50 to park all day. And we jumped on the train. It's only 3 minutes from Cromford to Matlock Bath. And if you arrive by train and you got your train tickets there, you get 20% off the Heights of Abraham. So it works out a load cheaper. You don't have any hassles parking. It was absolutely lovely. So we caught I think it was the 3 minutes past 12 train from Cromford. That got us into Matlock Bath at 6 minutes past. And we just went straight to the cable car. There was a much longer queue today than there had been last week, because we were a bit late to getting there last week. But the queue wasn't too bad. It moved reasonably quickly, and we got our little bums up there. And
that's good, isn't it?
And it's really cool at the top. It really is cool. There's a lot more than you'd think there was. Brilliant for kids. Loads of really good playgrounds and slides. There's a cracking Punch and Judy show. There's an outdoor amphitheatre. There are mines and caverns and guided tours and water features, a restaurant, a cafe, an ice cream
parlour. Did you manage to watch the Punch and Judy for a bit?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, yeah.
I bet you enjoyed it yourself as well. Because they are a bit funny.
Yeah, it was all really good. It was all really good. And the restaurant was loads better than I expected. But above all, it's the views. The views are just stunning. And there's no doubt that cable car ride, it is really, really expensive. But then you're not just paying for the cable cars, you're paying for everything at the top, all of the attractions. Because you pay for the cable car and that's it. You don't pay for anything else, other than food or drinks or whatnot. And all in all, it was a brilliant experience. We panicked a bit with times. Lunch took a bit longer. The restaurant was very busy. We couldn't get a table straight away. We went to eat at like 1:30, and there was nothing available. And they sort of said, we can book you a table. We can get you in at 2:00. So we didn't go in until 2, and then it was really busy, so everything was kind of slow. And I checked the train times, and I realised that because I had to get them to the railway station for their train home, we needed to catch the 17 minutes past 3 train from Matlock to Cranford. And by this point, it's like almost quarter to 3, and we're up there just finishing lunch, and there was a queue to get back on the cable cars. When we came up, there was absolutely no queue to go down because everybody was coming up, weren't they? But by coming up to 3 o'clock, there was a bit of a queue, and I was panicking a bit and thinking there's no way we're going to be able to do this. But, we had a little bit of luck. We got jumped up the queue because there were 3 of us, and we kind of made it by the skin of our teeth.
That's good. What time was your train?
4:45, something like that.
That's not too bad then. It's just in time for you to go to work, wasn't it, more or less?
Pretty much, yeah. I just had time to drop them off, come home, get changed, get into the other car, put the bin out, had a quick cup of coffee, and I was off.
Did you manage to take the car seat on the train with her?
Yeah, no problem. It's quite a light one.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
What was going to say? What time did she get back?
I don't know, mate. I don't know. Not a clue. Ask her.
Okay. Have a good evening, anyway, sir. Oh, I had the remainder of my steak today.
Oh, good, man.
I had fish and chips in the chip shop today for the first meal.
Bloody hell, you do eat well, don't you?
That was a kid's meal, though.
Oh, okay.
But it was massive.
Fair enough. I'll let you off then.
And then I came back, I had my steak, and I had a slice of birthday cake you get from Morrison's.
Oh,
nice. Know, the ones they do for £1.
Right. Is it your birthday?
No, it was just, it worked out cheaper getting that, and it's nicer.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Anyway, so have a good evening. Let's see if you don't fall asleep.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so knackered. Okay, buddy. You take care.
You want to wanker, say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, dear. Back in a sec, darlings. There we are. So yeah, it was a fabulous day. And as I say, I've got the annual pass now, so I can. That's going to be a very regular thing now because of having Little Lemon with us. I've got very little filming done over the last 3 days. Oh, excuse me. I'll roll them all into one video, and that'll come out tomorrow or maybe Friday, depending on how dead I am tomorrow. And it's just going to be a bit of a taster. But with the Heights of Abraham, I'll go back on my own and I'll do a proper film with some facts and figures, and I'll take the time to show you around everything in case you don't know it and you might fancy doing the trip yourself and all of that sort of thing. So, but yeah, it's been an amazing 3 days, really. I mean, my legs are killing me. God. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Just, walking up and down hills, and I don't do all that much walking, do I? So, in fact, as I've said before, I was trained to avoid walking wherever possible, as weird and counterintuitive as that sounds. So it's not my natural inclination to walk. And yeah, I'm knackered, but my God, has it been worth it? What an amazing 3 days. And because it's all been a whiz and one day's blurred into the next, I haven't even processed it yet. It'll probably take a week or two to really process it and let everything sink in. But as I say, one thing for sure is that the Heights of Abraham, that's gonna be a regular thing now. Because the annual pass is the annual pass is the cost of 2 trips. So if you do it more than twice in 12 months, you're kind of in profit. But obviously, it's just down the road from me, so I can do it every bloody week if I fancy it. And I think I might, to be honest. It's lovely up there. It's absolutely lovely, and I'd love to. We were talking about. I bet it's lovely in autumn as well, and I think for the first time this year they're opening in November and December with a special Christmassy light show. So that's going to be pretty stunning. A cable car up to a lit up mountain. That's going to, or big hill. That's going to be pretty amazing, isn't it? Especially if there's snow. So yeah, it's taken me 40 years to get on them and to get up there, but it wasn't a disappointment, and it's not going to be a one-off, not by any means. I will get back to your comments, darlings. Barely got started, had I? Where did we get to? Oh, that's it. I had a nice quiet afternoon, says Barry. No nut jobs, no window lickers, no gormless people in a magnet factory. Very nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Stratosphere is with us. No, I didn't inflict Brucey on you, Barry. Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Andrew Buttigieg is with us over Spotty Botty, of course. I'm on my own, says Barry. Cannon worked from home. I was at the office. There we are. Oh dear, how sad. Never mind. Oh, and Trisha is here. Hi, Boaty and all in chat. Hello, Trisha. And Trisha, a very big thank you for treating us today. Oh no, it was yesterday you treated us, wasn't it? Sorry, I'm getting my days mixed up. So I probably thanked you last night, but I'll thank you again. I can't remember what the hell I said last night. I'm losing the plot. Dave Hedgehog is with us. Good evening, my good man. May I say that's a cracking bunch of flowers you have. How very kind. They're a kind of flower that I can't pronounce. Crikey, it's that time already, says Captain Mustard, who has graced us with his presence, which we haven't seen old Mustard for a while in this little community element, have we? So lovely to have him with us. Oh, and Mustard, if you're still watching, which you may well not be, but if you are you in the yard next Monday? Bear in mind it's a bank holiday, so maybe you want to have a family day. But if you're going to be in the yard, we're not opening the restaurant, so I'll be up. Let me know. But obviously, bank holiday, you might have better things to do. Matron's here. Evening all. Bit late tonight as I was geeking out on a Lego website and loving it. Hello, Boaty, says Holly. Very disappointed you didn't play the usual introductory music. Can you please tomorrow? Yes, I can, Holly. Chin Up is a me and Emma thing. It's never been a me thing. It was for the me and Emmas. So yeah, we can do that next Thursday. I've only just sat down. Balls, says Mustard. I don't know why he's saying balls. I'm allowed a gasm over Matron's wine. Thank you, Matron. Hello, absolutely everyone, says Mustard. Just about to start editing. Sorry. Oh, well, so he will have buggered off. Oh, well, it was nice for him to pop in. Two terrified boys, says Peter P. Would they be called Jeffrey and Archer? Dan Peters is with us. Hello, Mr. Boaty, sir. Lovely to join your live stream. Lovely to have you with us, Dan. I know that you can't always make it, but it's lovely to have you here. Oh, bless, says Andrew. Uncle Bunghole to the rescue. Uncle Bunghole. Rich23 says, I couldn't go in that. And I guess he means the cable car. It is worth it. Even if you have a little bit of a freak out, it is worth it. Oh, dear. The battery went again on Dan's Mark III Astra, and he's getting fed up with it. And who can blame him? Trisha says, oh, Boaty, I can't wait to go to the heights of Abraham again. And Paul says one shouldn't be that high and not in an aeroplane. Well, I kind of agree with that. Oh, well, let me know when you go, Trisha. And if it's on and I might meet you up there for a cup of coffee. It would be lovely to meet you. And the same goes for anybody else. We can make it a new community meetup place, can't we? The Heights of Abraham. That'd be quite cool, actually. Yeah. Oh, Jim is having a port and brandy. Good man. Right. Emma's going to give away all my secrets, obviously. Right. His words as we set off were, "This is horrendous." Was that on the way up or the way down? Oh, that must have been on the way down. Yeah, I think that was on the way down. I was behaving myself on the way up, wasn't I? Well, it set off like a bloody bat out of hell. You know, if you're going to be hurled off a mountain, at least do it gently. Don't set off like bloody Michael Schumacher. Oh, I can't actually remember what I said going down, apart from that little bit of a speech. Peter P says, "Did you have the Heights cheeseburger without the cheese?" I didn't, Peter P. I didn't. Right, this is one of my little weirdities. I thought that if I had the cheeseburger without the cheese, then you don't get a discount on the price and you don't get anything instead of the cheese. So I thought, well, I'm paying too much for that meal. And another option was the Cajun chicken burger, right? So I thought, well, I'll have the Cajun chicken burger, because at least that way I'm getting everything that I pay for. Although lunch was actually Emma's treat, which was enormously kind of her. In fact, most of today was Emma's treat. I just put the fuel. All I did was I put the fuel in, and I did the parking and the train, and Emma did the rest. Bless her. She's jolly kind of her, really. But yeah, so I thought, well, I'll have the Cajun chicken burger, a Cajun fillet burger, and I thought it's just going to be. I thought it'll be perfectly nice. It'll be one of those. One of those chicken burger things that like you get in the frozen aisle in the supermarket in breadcrumbs. It'll be one of them with a bit of lettuce and probably a bit of mayonnaise, like a McDonald's chicken sandwich kind of thing, And I thought that'll be perfectly all right. At least I'm getting everything that we're paying for, rather than, getting the burger without the cheese. So I went for that. And I was taken by surprise, darlings. I was taken by surprise by the whole restaurant. I thought the restaurant looked a little bit expensive because I assumed that it was going to be a lousy cafeteria type thing with a bit of a nice view. And I thought it would just be the normal generic crap food. And it's not at all. It's the views are fabulous. Got that bit right. But the waiting staff are lovely and they're very well dressed. It's served nicely and it's nice food. It's nice plates, and the food is actually nice. So this chicken thing that I was expecting like a chicken burger, it's not like that at all. It's a brioche bun, and the Cajun chicken it's not one of those frozen breadcrumbed, chicken patty things that's half chicken and half crap. It's actual proper chicken fillet that had been like Cajuned, and it wasn't in breadcrumbs or anything like that. It was proper chicken fillet that had been marinated and griddled and whatever, and kind of sliced up into. So it was like a crisscross of proper chicken slices and a brioche bun with tomato and lettuce, and then the chips were beautiful, proper skin on rustic big old chips. And there was a lovely salad with a really nice dressing, a lovely French dressing on it. It was absolutely fabulous. And as Trisha said in a Facebook post, I wouldn't dream of quibbling with the cost of the meal once I saw how nice the restaurant was and how nice the food was. Because you'd pay that for some crap food in, well, I mean, like in Gulliver's. In Gulliver's, it was a tenner for the Happy Haddock, so where you get a sausage and some chips in a box and you sit on a plastic table. Well, it was only 2 or 3 quid more than that to have a lovely meal in that lovely environment. So yeah, I really couldn't fault it. And I now realise that the cafe shares the same building and the same views. And the cafe looks great value for money. I was because the cafe's like 6 or 7 quid for something or other. Or hot dog and chips was 6.50, but they do a range of paninis with salad and some beautiful cakes. I only know all of this because we're sitting in the restaurant, which is like the upper story, but we could look down on the balcony of the cafe below us. And we were looking at the food that they had, and I thought, well, that looks really good, actually. So there you go. There you go. So you can have. I would honestly say, I mean, if you're a big family, be different. But if you're just 2 or 3, it's kind of not worth taking a picnic. The food is good value enough up there, and it really adds to the experience. Have a bite to eat in the cafe. It's great. So I will take one for the team, and on my next visit, I will check out the Terrace Cafe. We did the Vista restaurant, but on my next visit, purely for your benefit, nothing to do with me, nothing to do with my selfish pleasure. For your benefit, I will go to the top of the Heights of Abraham and have a lovely, delicious lunch in the cafe, so I can report back and tell you what that was like. And then I might keep going back and try everything on the menu just for your benefit, so I can give some personalized recommendations. It was lovely up there. It was lovely. But my number one tip would be, if you're going to visit, and if you're going to visit during a busy time like summer holidays or certainly school holidays, half term, anything like that, don't park in Matlock Bath. It's a nightmare and it's stupidly expensive. Park in Matlock or Cromford, get on the train. You'll save a fortune in the car park and you'll save 20% at the Height of Abraham, on your tickets. So it's a win-win-win. And that would be my absolute top tip. And I'll make that clear when I do the proper video of the Height of Abraham. And that's going to be coming in a couple of weeks. As soon as the school holidays finish, then I'll go back up on a Tuesday. And I'll include some useful local tips like that. Oh, right. Holly says, Emma, I bet it was Boaty saying that made Little Lemon a bit fearful of the cable car. Well, no, it wasn't, Holly, because I said that on the way down. And Little Lemon was absolutely fine on the way down. He was absolutely loving it, absolutely adored it. A tad tight is our Uncle Bunghole. That's not fair, Andrew. I'm not tight, I'm poor. There's a difference. If I had money, I'd be incredibly generous. Emma says, putting Little Lemon to bed, he was saying to me he needed teepee for his bunghole. I need teepee for my bunghole. Yeah, don't bring your kids around me. I'm a bad influence. Bless him. Bless him. Oh, he was so sweet. He's probably been a bit overexcited over the last few days. It's been a bit of an overload for him. Yeah, a lot of it has been fun, but he's had the hotel experience and the different places. He's been in the company of somebody new, and it's probably been a bit of an overload for him. And certainly today, bless him, he was so enthusiastic about everything, and he was running around like a mad thing, and he had a fantastic time on the really good Woodland Adventure playground, and he was very brave, and he went down the massive slide, the super slide, and then he nearly made me poo myself because, oh God, instead of coming back up the steps, and it's a massive slide. Emma went down it. She set a new land speed record. She was doing a minimum of 80 miles an hour down that slide. But she went down after him, and I was up at the top. And instead of coming back up the steps, he clambered up almost on like he clambered up on all fours, up the rock face thing in the middle of the two slides, and it was really steep and really high. And oh my God, my heart was in my mouth. There were big signs up saying, "Do not attempt to do this. You will almost certainly die. Use the steps. That's what they're there for." Oh God, I've never been so happy and relieved to see him get to the top. It was because, you know, he started climbing up when Emma was sliding down. So she wasn't at the bottom to stop him. And I was up at the top. So there was nothing I could do. And this intrepid little 4-year-old is clambering up a bloody rock face that would have phased Edmund Hillary. And it would have been a long old fall down if he'd lost his footing or something. But there you are. He didn't think twice about it. It was just me and his mum that were having the raving heebie-jeebies over it. But yeah, he was so full of beans. And then we got the train back to Cromford, and he was all full of beans on the train. He made some. There were some ladies on the train, and they absolutely loved him. He charmed them, didn't he? And we got off the train, and we got into the car, got him into his car seat, and within about 2 minutes of, he did his normal thing of, he likes his window down, and he likes to be in charge of his own window. So the electric window was operated to his desired degree of openness. And then like that, he just went into, it was like he was in a coma, bless him. He just, oh God, he must have been, I've got no idea what he was like on the train, whether he carried on being sleepy or whether he got his second wind and was all animated, and hopefully he went to bed all right tonight. But certainly in the car on the journey from Cromford to the railway station, he was, for the first 15 minutes, he was just out, total silence. He was dead to the world. And then after 15 minutes there, we got the pleasure of a little gentle childish snoring. Some snoring from the back of the car. But it was a charming, children snoring is charming. It's not like Neil's snoring when you're having your morning wee and Neil's giving it large. Well, he's kipping in the guest cupboard. Oh dear. Where do we get to? Emma says, Andrew, Uncle Bungle is a bad influence. See, I told you I was. Oh, and Neil has just pinged me to say I am here, I thought you might be. Mate. Hope you're feeling much better, by the way. What is the number to call in? Asked Dan. I haven't got a clue, mate. Not a clue. Ask one of the management. Ask one of the ladies. They're in charge of all of that sort of thing. I've got more scared of heights with age, says Tracy P. Yeah, well, we all do. That's a normal thing. I was never scared of heights until I was in my 40s, and I'm not really scared of heights. I'm anxious about certain situations, and I don't know why. I've got no problem in an airplane, not a problem at all. Absolutely fine with that. I didn't have a problem with the cable cars in Llandudno. Certain situations, though, just trigger an anxiety. And I've got no idea why. And it did come on with age. Things like walking over a footbridge over a motorway, driving over the Humber Bridge, that gave me the raving willies. And yeah, a bit of today's flight, as it's called by the height of Abraham. And I like that. You don't book a cable car ride, you book a flight. And that makes it sound exotic, doesn't it? Oh, excuse me. Sorry you had a bad weekend, Jimmy. Oh, dear. Excuse me. I've got far braver with age, says Emma. Even one of the rides we went on yesterday, I used to be terrified of, but I loved it. I screamed throughout, but I loved it. That was the tower drop at Gulliver's Kingdom, my loves. We fair play to Little Lemon. Fair play. We dragged him on that horrendous roller coaster at Great Yarmouth, and he was a little bit traumatized while it was happening, but afterwards he decided that no, actually he loved it. And then I dragged him on. I didn't think he would be able to go on the tower drop. You know, the bounce tower things when you're all strapped in, and if you're one of the cool guys, you put your arms and your legs out in front of you. And this is some of them, like the one at Great Yarmouth, they just lift you up, drop you, and that's it. Or some of them, they shoot you up, you fall down, that's it. The one at Gulliver's is a bit worse than that because you get pulled up, dropped, but then they keep pulling you up and dropping you. It goes on about 8 times, different kinds of drops. And I love it because if you sit on the right side, then you're looking right over the valley to the hills on the other side, and the views are spectacular. And we had a bit of luck. We were sitting on the right side, but I didn't think we'd be able to go on that. I asked Emma how tall Little Lemon was, and she told me. And I checked the Gully's website, and he wasn't tall enough to go on that. But I just had a thought. And it's one of the first rides you get to. If you do Gulliver's properly, then you go in at the very bottom entrance, right down at the bottom. You get the chairlift, which is like a ski lift, right up to the top. And then you do the part going down like that, and then you repeat as often as you can. And the tower drop is up at the top by the bumper cars, by the Dodgems. And I just thought might be worth a try to see if he can get on it. I didn't think about whether he'd be too scared, and I certainly didn't think about whether Emma would be too scared. I was just being selfish. I wanted to do it because I love that. And I saw a really small person get on there, and I thought, well, Jake's not much smaller than that, if at all. So I bunged us in the queue. I didn't, I just, selfish me, I just shoved us in the queue. I said to Emma, well, the man has got his measuring stick out and he's measuring the kids as they're getting on to see that they're big enough to ride. Just go and grab him and say, look, save us a bother of queuing if he's too small. Can you just check if my son is big enough to go on? And I assumed that he wouldn't be. And he shouldn't have been if he was the height that Emma had said. But he's obviously had a growing spurt in the 2 or 3 weeks since Emma measured him, and he was just about tall enough to go on. So we went on there, and it was the same thing again. He freaked out a little bit, but afterwards, he decided that, no, actually, I love that, and I would like to go on again. And then the same thing with the cable cars. On the way up, freaked out, then decided he loved it. On the way down, absolutely loved it. The roller coaster at Gully's, the log coaster, scared to go on, didn't want to go on. We kind of cajoled him into going on. Afterwards, loved it, wanted to do it again and again. So fair play. He's done everything without, well, he's made less of a fuss than I have, to be honest. So credit where it's due. But yeah, I hadn't realised that Emma had never been on one of those tower drop things before because she'd been a bit nervous or scared of it or whatever. And she loved it. She absolutely loved it. And This is where I'll get my revenge for the cable car thing. She squealed all the way through the ride. Every single up and down, she squealed like you wouldn't believe. Oh my God. And she wasn't cool. She wasn't cool. She didn't put her hands out like that. You've got to rely on the thing, the full restraint going over you like that. And to get the full effect, it's like in a roller coaster. You don't hold on. You on a roller coaster, hands in the air. On the tower drop, it's hands out like that, so that you get the full effect. You're bloody holding on like that when you. Well, actually, she's probably holding on like that, and one arm around Little Lemon. But she squealed like a pig, and she absolutely loved it. Oh, we need to do gullies again. And depending on how the winter goes, as I said last night, and I wasn't overly tired or overly drunk or overly emotional or anything like that. As I said last night, I may need to work there next year, depending on what happens over the winter. If I need to work next year, I mean, other than doing the restaurant, potentially Airbnb and YouTube, then that's what I'm going to do. Absolutely, 100%. Now then, where did I get to? Oh, that's right. Dan, oh, right, yeah. Andrew's asking if one of the ladies can give the phone number out. Don't ring me now, anybody. It's like we've only got 10 minutes or so before the end, but it's me and Emma tomorrow night, unless as long as she's still okay, her end. So tomorrow night we'll do the full thing, the phone in, Brucey at the beginning. It'll be mad Thursday night, and we'll have a proper laugh. And hopefully Emma will have caught up on sleep. I will have caught up on sleep. And it won't be it won't just be me gazing at you saying, oh God, I'm knackered, my legs hurt. Tomorrow night we'll have a party, we'll celebrate, we'll have an end of summer party. Oh, what did I say we were going to do tomorrow? We were going to have the great toilet roll debate as well, weren't we? Oh, so we can do that. We'll have a toilet roll debate and an end of summer party or something like that. No, not an end of summer party, because there's still we've still got a bit of August to go, haven't we? And we've got next week and the bank holiday and all of that. We'll have an end of this week, this mad Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll celebrate it tomorrow night, darlings, and have the great toilet roll debate, and have hopefully lots of lovely call-ins from you lovely people. Tomorrow night, the phone number will be, if you're with us tomorrow, Dan, the phone number will actually be there on the thumbnail, and Matron always pins it in the comments. So, yeah, we'll have fun tomorrow. Oh, Neil. Hello all, hope we're well, says Neil. I've had a great day today. Had a surprise visit from Allegro man himself. Did you? He sold a car down the road from me and popped in for a cuppa and a chinwag. Oh, fabulous. God, I wasn't expecting that. Ah, that's nice. Oh, isn't it lovely that, people meet up and paths cross and all of that sort of thing? I think that's fabulous. Emma says Uncle Bunghole sounds like a corrupt womble. The womble they don't speak about, agrees Andrew. Boaty, I'm not giving away all your secrets, says Emma, because the video evidence is going in my video anyway. Yeah, I don't blame you. That's going to be funny. Oh, John is here, John Stoodley. Hey, chat, hey, Boaty. Hope all are okay this fine evening. Well, you say fine evening. I don't know what it's like where you are, darlings. It's bloody freezing here. Really cold. I had the heater on in the car. And in fact, I'm wondering whether my central heating was actually going to kick in tonight, because when I looked at my room temperature thing, it was 18 degrees, and my central heating is set to kick in if it drops below 18 degrees. So, oh God, are we getting to the time where I'm going to have to start worrying about my paying Christ knows how much per day for gas again? Oh, I'm not looking forward to that. It's been nice to have a few months where you you're not having to feed the gas meter monstrous amounts of money every 3 hours. I've only been feeding it about twice a week. Oh well, there we are. Oh, Emma got home about 9 p.m. apparently. So there we are. Matron's having a giggle at corrupt Womble. And Neil goes on to say that Allegra Mamba's thing was a great surprise and he's cheered me up, bless him. Oh, I'm really glad to hear that. And Neil's operation cuts are healing nicely. He's able to get about a lot better now, but he's still going to have the next 3 weeks off work as he's at risk of a hernia. Oh, bloody hell. But you're trying to relax, Neil. Make sure that you do. Make sure that you do. I had the best time on the very long slide, says Emma. It sounded like it. You squealed like a pig going down there as well. But my God, you didn't have to get a shift on. Bloody hell. I didn't go down the super slide, and now I'm regretting it. I should have. Maybe I'll do it when I'm on my own up there. Mr. Paddy says, hope it's not long since we see you up at Jason's home again, Emma. As it's lovely to see you having a laugh together. Oh, that's very kind. And, hopefully it won't be too long. But my God, it's been a fun end to the summer, hasn't it? Oh, it's been absolutely great. I did speak about it a little bit in the video today, because after I dropped them off at the station, and things are going to return a little bit to normal now for a while, and the school holidays will end, and little Lemon will be going to school, and so on and so on and so on. But it's been such an amazing time, thinking back over the things that we've done in quite a short space of time, and thinking I haven't wasted the summer, and we've opened some doors to potentially ongoing things, and we've been doing stuff. We've actually been, instead of just surviving and getting through, we've actually been grabbing life by the balls, and I got a little bit emotional about that when I drove home. And then to compound it, when I got home, waiting for me was a letter from your actual America. And it was from Barry and Karen. And so that made me even more emotional. I thought, oh God, how lovely. How absolutely lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Barry and Karen. This absolutely meant the world to me. And it couldn't have arrived at a better day, on a better day, because as knackered as I was and whatever, I've just had the warmest, fuzziest feeling throughout this evening. And I think that warm, fuzzy feeling is kind of never going to go away. Because, things have changed. We've had an amazing time. Friendships have been made. Stuff has been done. And stuff like this is all part of it. I won't read the letter to you because it's it's kind of it's kind of private-ish correspondence, isn't it? But it made me laugh, smile, and feel very warm inside, and I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for the effort, and it just drives home that that whatever I'm doing or we're doing, it's really making a difference. And maybe when I started all of this, I guess I was making a difference for me, really. And now it seems to be making a difference for lots of people. And, things have happened. It's been an amazing year. We've got, we talk to people on the phone now, and people have been to the yard, and mustards have been met, and matrons have been met, and Gullivers and Llandudno and Sean and all. Oh, it's just been wonderful. And yeah, oh God, I'm on a bit of a absolutely tired and knackered high, I guess. And it's probably going to take a few weeks it might take the whole of the winter to process what's actually gone on this year, and all of the community stuff and the friendships and the togetherness and the support, and it's all just wonderful. And I won't bang on about it forever, darlings. It's almost time to go, but I'm just feeling incredibly warm, incredibly grateful, and just really incredibly proud of each and every one of us, really. And maybe I say that too much. Maybe I don't say it enough. I don't know, but there you are. So, and I did say it in the video, but yeah, a massive thank you for bearing with me and us and sharing in all of this over the last few days, and taking an interest or feigning an interest at the very least, and your support and sharing our excitement. It's been amazing. And as I say, I'm determined, and Emma is determined, to build on this and to keep the momentum going for the whole community. But if it all stopped tomorrow, I'd have so many incredible memories. But it's not going to stop tomorrow. So who knows? Who knows what the future will bring, darling? Who knows? Or dares to dream. Right. Probably, I've got no idea how far behind I am on comments. It's kind of coming up time to bugger off and to let you lovely people bugger off. So start saying you good night, I guess. And I want to keep going now. I want to keep going, but I'll regret it if I do. Yeah, food and eaties and sleepies are the order of the day for tired boaties. And yeah, so let's whiz through the comments, and it's only going to be a few hours, and we'll be back together tomorrow, won't we? Of course we will. I'm back driving after a week, says Neil. As it says, you can drive once it doesn't hurt to sit, but I'm unable to do any of that. But I'm going to try and do some bits and bobs. I can clean the cars just about. Neil, don't try and do stuff. If you can do stuff, fine, do it. But don't try and do things that you maybe shouldn't be doing it. Oh, that's okay, Holly. I don't mind you blaming me for making Little Lemon fearful. Question is, did Boaty go down the slide? No. And Emma says he said he was too big. I thought my ass would be too big. I thought my ass would be too big for the slide. Oh, and one thing I will say. Now, I haven't got this on video, so I just have to tell you about it, and you'll have to believe me. I assumed, as it turned out wrongly, that I was fitter than Emma. And I don't mean more attractive. I don't mean fit as in, whoa, they're fit. I mean fitter as in physically fitter. When we got off the train at Cromford, when we got off the cable car and had to go to the train station at Matlock Bath to catch the train, I was getting a bit of a wriggle on. So I was doing my quick walk, which is a very quick walk. So I've got long legs. And Little Lemon decided to take off like a bat out of hell. And Emma shouted, "I'll race you." And Emma took off like Linford Christie. And the whole length of this road from the cable cars to the railway station, she was running. And I couldn't do that in a million years. Um, so I didn't say anything at the time, but I was hugely impressed with that. That was a very good turn of speed. And Emma runs properly. She doesn't run like a woman with her legs going all over the place like that. I thought, bloody hell. I thought I couldn't do that. There's no way I could have kept running for that distance. I can walk quickly, but I couldn't have run like that. Things move about, and I worried that they would take too long to settle back into place. So, fair play. I will hold my hands up and say that Emma is fitter than I am. And he just remembered that. But no, I didn't go down the slide. Oh, Exploring with Ben and Sam is here and says hi to everyone. I was watching the climbing during the Olympics, says Andrew. Maybe little Lemon would enjoy climbing. Well, I tried to get him on that. There are proper climbing things at Gulliver's, but he's too small for that. But in a couple of years, get him on those, and he can really do it properly. They've got these amazing climbing things at Gulliver's. You're properly harnessed up and cabled in, and all of that. And the kids can climb up proper climbing things really, really high, hit the buzzer thing at the top. And there's a massive, I don't know how to describe it, like a multi-story car park that you can get strapped in and do this like obstacle course way up in the air. But he's too small for that at the moment. Right. Emma says there was a massive second wind all the way home in capital letters. There you go. He had his power nap, and then well, I did wish you good luck, but I loved it, says Matron. I need to make sure I stay up that late more often. Oh, that's talking about a live stream with Exploring with Ben and Sam. I must check out that channel when I get a little bit more time. The magic phone number didn't show, apparently. Don't worry, it'll be there tomorrow. It'll be there tomorrow. Holly says, Boaty, was it since the pandemic you got more anxious of walking over footbridges and driving over Humber Bridge? I think I've become a bit like that since then, wasn't before. No, nothing to do with the pandemic, just age. Crept up on me in my 40s. Jimmy Quinn says, when I went up the Heights of Abraham with the family, halfway up the doors opened. That was fun. Oh my God, did they really? That would have absolutely, I think I would have died. If we were moving, might have been okay. If the doors had opened when we were stood still, I think I would have had a major cardiac arrest on the spot. Absolutely. Emma's replying to Mr. Paddy and saying, we're also discussing plans which, if they happen, will open up all sorts of exciting possibilities and adventures. And that is an understatement, darlings. You've got no, well, you literally have got no idea, but you would be amazed at some of the things that we are possibly, I stress that, possibly planning. But if they come off, oh my God, things are going to be very, very different. Very different. Next year, when you work at Gullies, you can get us free entry, says Emma. Yeah, absolutely. And Emma is on tomorrow night, so that's good. Holly had a Kershaw's microwave meal at lunchtime, fish chips and mushy peas. Your burger and rustic fries sounded much better. I'll have cheese on toast with Lee and Perrins on for tea soon. I know the Kershaw's microwave meals. I have eaten one of those. I had the sausage, chips, and beans, I think it was. They used to be, I think they used to be like £1.25 each or five for a fiver from some. I remember eating one or two long ago. I'd rather have colonic irrigation these days. I'd I don't know. Maybe it's an age thing. I've started taking my food a bit more seriously of late. Maybe it's working in the restaurant. Oh, I've got great stuff curry for supper. Looking forward to that. I got home, says Emma, to discover my gas has run out and been disconnected, and also that I'd left a banana in my bedroom. So I was greeted by about 647 fruit flies when I came to bed. Oh dear. Oh dear. Boaty asks Holly, are you on a prepayment gas meter, which you have to top up weekly by inserting a card? And is it a card? And is it outside the house? The house. I am on a prepayment gas meter. It's not outside the house. It's behind that door there. And I don't do it on a card. There's an online app, and I do it via that. Oh, people are talking about the great toilet roll debate tomorrow. Oh, and Emma said, yeah, she's on prepayment. You top up line, but the website is down. That happens too often. Too often. Oh, and Holly said, do you pay cash at your post office or blah blah blah? No, I do it online on the old app, British Gas to be precise. To the young peeps, says Andrew, Boaty is holding a letter. In the olden days, us oldies used paper and a pen to communicate with each other. Yeah, we did. We did. And Emma says there are no young people watching this old codger, Andrew, which is a fair point, well made. We'll leave the toilet roll chat until tomorrow. John says, I may sound a bit soppy, but this last year has been a difficult one for me, and the community has really made a difference to me. And I've met some great people online and in real life, and I thank you all. Well, we thank you for being part of it, John. I'm happy to live in Boaty's world, says Peter P. with a heart. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, bless you. No wonder I get emotional. Little Lemon is a trooper, the little man says, Jimmy F500. He really is. And running after kids will keep you fit. Yeah, totally. Just being around children makes you feel young. I love it. Oh, and I wasn't out of breath either, Boaty, after my run, says Emma. Well, there you are. You really are fit. And there we are. There's a few more toilet roll related comments, which I'm going to leave until tomorrow. I have reached the end of the comments, and 31 of you watching, 17 of you have tickled the like button. Thank you for that. And I'm going to leave you, darlings. I'm running on fumes now, and I imagine that some of you lot must be as well watching this. I'm just going to say a massive heartfelt thank you to all of you for the last 3 days. I love the fact that you've been part of this. A massive, massive thank you to the M11 and Little Lemon for just helping me to have the most amazing time over the last 3 days and in the weeks before that as well, to be fair. And yeah, just thank you to each and every one of you. And tomorrow night, we will have a little celebration night. We'll have a proper Mad Thursday. It'll be me and the M11. We'll both be a little bit more well rested and well up for it. We'll have the great toilet roll debate and some call-ins, and I'm sure we'll have a lot of fun. So that's going to be 11 o'clock Thursday Night Live tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm not going to bang on. I'm just going to wish you all a safe and peaceful night. I'm going to hope that you all have the best day that you can tomorrow. If you take a little bit of joy wherever you can, and take really good care of yourselves and those that you love and who love you. And I am going to send you all the love in the world. Thank you so much, and hopefully see as many of you as possible tomorrow night, 11 o'clock, Thursday Night Live. Apologies for flaking out on you. I really am that tired, but it's been amazing, and it's been better because of each and every one of you lot. So thank you. See you tomorrow. Much, much love. And indeed, thank you again. Bosh.